let's have a look at the Women of NASA minifigs. First video of the year, and I thought it'd be nice to do something for International Women's Day, even though it doesn't land on the day itself. Now, I've mentioned previously that I like space related stuff, and one of the sets I've got is the Women of NASA set. However, the set was dismantled, but I recently found the minifigs, so why not talk a little bit about them? However, I'm not going to be the one that's talking about these minifigures. Instead, I will hand the reins of the video to one of the most important women in my life, my mother. I'll give my thoughts on the minifigures themselves towards the end. Alright, let's start with
Margret Hamilton. Born in 1936, Hamilton's early work included weather predicting and air defence software at MIT. This was during a time that computer science and software engineering were not yet established disciplines. Thanks to Hamilton's experiences, it led to her becoming the leader of the team responsible for developing the onboard flight software for the command and lunar modules for NASA Apollo moon landing program. When the computer of lunar lander became overtaxed on its approach to the moon's surface, it was Hamilton's priority displays that allowed mission control to understand the situation as well as alerting the astronauts on what to do. For her work, she received NASA's Exceptional Space Act Award in 2003 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016. Sally Ride. Born in Los Angeles in 1951, Sally Ride was one of 8,000 applicants for NASA in 1979 and was one of 6 women that were chosen. Ride would also endure a lot of media attention during her training, most of which was focused on her gender specifically. However, she would go on to say she insists on being treated like another astronaut. In June 18, 1983, she made her journey into space aboard the shuttle Challenger, becoming America's first woman to enter space. She would later write an influential report on America's future in space, and after she left NASA, she would go on to become a physics professor. Ride died in 2012, being awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom after her death. Nancy Grace Roman. Born in 1925, Roman would go on to create an astronomy club with most of her classmates during her school life. After graduating high school early, she would go on to work in observatories as she worked on earning her Bachelor's of Arts degree and PhD in astronomy. Later on in life, she would apply to work for the newly formed NASA and would not only become the first chief of astronomy for its Office of Space Science, but also the first woman to hold an executive position at the agency. She is most famous for working on the plans for the Hubble telescope, which would be launched in 1990, leading to her being known as the Mother of Hubble. Mae Jemison. Born 1956, Jemison set her mind to exploration at an early age, always pursuing things that included science, teaching and discovering new things. On September the 12th, 1992, she would be launched into space aboard the space shuttle Endeavour, where she would conduct life and material sciences as well as medical experiments over a 190-hour period. It was because of her journey, Jemison became the first woman of colour to enter space. She would then go on to be the founder of an international space camp for 12 to 16-year-olds. She would also go on to become a member of the National Academy of Medicine, the Women's Hall of Fame and the International Space Hall of Fame.
Before I move on to talking about the minifigures, it is important to say that this set was originally going to have 5 minifigures in total, as the set designer wanted to include Katherine Johnson, who was known for calculating and verifying the trajectories for the Mercury and Apollo programs. However, the offer was declined, making what was originally going to be 5 minifigures into 4. So the minifigures themselves. I feel as though these minifigures managed to capture the likeness really well, especially with the pieces that were available back in 2017. I think it'd be nice if LEGO did more of this, using LEGO sets to celebrate the accomplishments of people of all genders, ages, races throughout history. It's a great way for people to learn about history as well as immortalising historic figures. And I think I'll finish up there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in seeing the other stuff I do, pop on over to the channel and have a gander at what's there. And if you like what you see, why not subscribe? So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Fare thee well.